Hi, today I'm chatting to the world famous Miss Dame Julie Page. Hello, darling.
Hello, what do you mean world famous?
Well, you are famous, so everybody knows who you are.
Oh yeah, sure, of course they do. Yeah.
Now, tell us, we're here in Molly Margs and this is your venue. How long have you had Molly Margs?
Okay, well, I've had Molly Margs 12 years, but I've not run it on my own.
Right.
It's only the last couple of years that I've run it on my own. I used to run it with David beforehand.
This is David Warrior?
David Warrior,
Okay.
yeah. And it was very successful and we did whatever. But then there came a point when I had a stroke a couple of years ago.
Right.
Which was
Was
quite
that due to stress or?
It was stress,
Yes.
diabetes, the whole works, and diabetic 40 years and takes its toll on you after a while. So, I couldn't go on stage and go the elephant man. So I took a year out. And in that time we had another couple come in here who ran it. And they changed it all completely and they did whatever they wanted. But then I came back about 2 years ago because they wanted to leave and
Right.
so I've had it completely on my own for 2 years.
But you made it very successful, haven't you? I mean,
I have now.
and every night of the week you have something going on here.
Yeah, something different every night of every week.
So tell us, all 12 years ago, when you first came into the West End, there was no drag. What made you decide to put drag on into the West End?
I've always liked the camp element of drag. I've always liked the funniness. Excuse me a moment.
As the phone rings.
Fuck off, I'm busy. Fuck off, I'm being interviewed. Alright? Alright, Izzy love. Alright, I'll speak to you in a bit. Bye.
So 12 years ago you decided,
That- 12 years ago, when we came and looked at the bar, it used to be very different then.
Right.
It was a managed house, and it's very small down in Molly's, as you know, but they used to have wooden sections that came out
Yes.
into the bar, and then a wooden piece in the middle, crossbar, which was the crossbar thing that was about this high, and you just felt cramped in there. Well, drug dealers used to use it. They used to come in here and deal all the drug.
I never knew that.
I know.
What about how kicks in all those people outside back in the day?
Absolutely.
Alright, okay.
So David said, do you think it'd work if we did drag here? I went, don't know, I'm denied. And then I went, yeah, because I knew the hard work I put in,
Right.
and I knew that it would work eventually. So we came in, we did it all out, we ripped down the partitions, there were cockroaches dancing along the top of the bar. It was just hideous. There was a hole from the cellar into the ladies.
Ooh.
It's just, we pulled out a bed from upstairs and there were 3 dead Tampax and 2 dead mice.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just horrible, sort
Yeah.
of fumigated the place and whatever. We tapped on the fire alarm downstairs, alright, and I kid you not, 1,000 cockroaches, babies and adults, boom. It was just hideous.
Oh.
Yeah. So I started doing the drag, and after about 6 months it started getting successful. And now you come in, especially on a Sunday, and unless you're in here by 5 o'clock, you can't get in. The place is mobbed every single time.
And do you do Sundays?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do Sundays now from 5 o'clock till 8:30, and then we've got Mary Mack on.
I like
And
it.
I love Mary, she's fabulous. But she's very much like me. She'll sing and sing and sing and say the odd bit of patter,
Yeah.
and then she sings again. But she's away in Scotland this weekend, so I've got to do 5 hours again.
Oh my God.
Oh God, I did that for 18 months of being here.
Can you not bring a guest host, guest drag acting?
The thing is, you know what it's like,
Yeah.
Sandra, when you're done up, you might as well go on forever.
Totally, that's totally true.
What's the difference between an hour, 2 hours, 3, 4?
Drink.
Yeah.
Drink.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell the longer I've been on stage because the bottle of Bombay Sapphire Seltzer ends on that.
Oh my God.
I'm leathered.
So tell us the most funniest moments you've had in here.
Oh, don't. There have been so many. I love everybody who comes in Molly's.
I've
I
been
really
here. I've been in here. You
Yeah.
had me up on stage as well.
Oh, God,
Yes, do you remember?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
That's the thing, since a stroke, I've not been able to remember a lot that goes on. But there was one big Irish navvy guy coming in here. And you know what it's like? they start off and you think they're part of the crowd. And they're like having a joke with you, having a heckle, and he has that one drink too many. And he starts getting rude and nasty with the crowd. Now the thing is, you know what it's like downstairs. I'm here, the crowd's there.
Yeah.
So close on, you know, contact, literally. And he starts saying, you puff, you faggots, you this, you that. And I just stopped it. And the thing is, when you're on the stage and on the mic, you forget you've got a mic in your hand. And you just carry on. And I said, I've had enough of you fucking twat. Get out of my venue now. And of course the whole place is behind you. Out, out, out. He said, I'm not fucking moving. Now this guy is 6 foot odd.
Oh my God.
Okay, built like a brick shit house. So I was like, get out of my venue now. So with that, he wouldn't move. Now you know the door at Molly's opens inwards. So when the bar staff goes over there, actually it was David Warrior. When David Warrior goes over there to get him out, he wouldn't leave. He got David in a headlock by the door. So I thought, fuck this. I've still got the mic in my hand. I pulled both of them off the door, pushed David away and said, get upstairs. Kicked the guy, holding the door, kicked the guy out in the middle of Charing Cross Road. He comes towards me and I just went boom, stopped him dead, literally bump like this, and he dropped to the floor. And I went straight down onto his chest and I grabbed him and I tweaked his nose. I said, no, fuck off. Fuck off, it's my venue, I'm not gonna have this. So he stood up, he stood up, he went to walk away and then he turned and leant against the side of the pub. He said, I'm not fucking going anywhere. I said, get your hand off my pub. Because I changed it then to all completely relaxed and get your hand off my pub. Get your hand off my pub. I sound like Barbara Windsor. So, get your hand off my fucking pub. And with that, I just, boom, lamped him. He went flying into the middle of Charing Cross Road. There was a number 38 bus coming up. I said, fucking get rid of him.
Fabulous.
Walked back into the pub. The whole pub erupted. So you don't need wankers like that.
No, you don't.
You know, if you respect my venue when you come in, then you know what we're about. You know what we do. You know what it's like, Sandra.
Yeah.
You can't. There is only one successful drag queen at any one time.
Yeah.
Okay. There was. Forgive me. There's Dame Edna Everage.
Yes.
Who wasn't even gay drag. You know.
It was character.
Yeah, but there's Danny LaRue.
Yeah.
There was then Dame Edna, and then you had Lily Savage.
Yes.
And God bless Lily. He's the most humble person I've ever met. And I was lucky that I was introduced to drag.
Yeah. Through him.
Through Sandra Hush.
Sandra Hush, oh my God.
She was the diva.
Weren't she amazing?
I mean, not a hair out of place, immaculate. And during the day, it was like, you know, a little leather boy.
Yeah.
Well, tall leather boy.
Have you read the book?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh
and I love the book because
Yeah.
again, Lily doesn't go into the details of what happened to Sandra. Okay, he skips it out completely,
which is good. Yeah.
Which is good because it leaves Sandra as the pretty queen that everyone loved, and you don't go through all the death and all that, what happened. And I love Lily for doing that.
Yeah.
But there's only ever one successful drag queen at a time. So I think that if you go out there now and you take it out of the pubs and clubs, you've got to be extraordinary.
Yes.
You can't be good. You can't be excellent like you are, or me to some extent, or whatever. You have to have a certain charisma or a certain... See, Lily, when he's as Lily, forgive me, Paul, doesn't really amount to much.
Right.
But once you put him in the costume and in the wig, his mouth goes 10 times.
That's it. Yeah.
You can't stop him, can't shut him up. And that's what it needs. I mean, I remember him on This Morning with Judy Finnegan.
Yeah, I see.
and whatever. And he was doing a wine tasting in the dock.
That's right.
And he everyone was swore blind that he was pissed out of his head. Doing all that, and he stole the show.
Yes.
He was sober as a judge.
That's good acting,
Sober
you see.
as a judge, but he knew what he was doing. I was there in the dressing room.
Bloody hell.
You know, because he didn't know what he was going into, but he was ready to do anything.
So a bit like you here. I mean, look at all your costumes. I mean, I know you make a lot of them because you've made some for me in the past. Out of all these costumes that you've made, what would you say? Which is your favourite? And what was
God. Oh hell! To me, they're just frocks.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same with you, Sandra. I can't get on stage and do what I do unless I've got the mask of the makeup, the wig, and the frock. I can't do it unless I present a certain image to people.
Right. Yes.
I can't go up on that stage just as Alf and tell the jokes, sing songs, do what I do.
Same as me.
I'd go nowhere.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work.
You feel like you feel naked.
Yeah. So I put the frock on and the wig, and it's not until I put the nails on
You
that I'm
become the
Julie.
character.
Yeah.
Oh my God! So being 12 years in the West End, do you think it's changed? I mean, do you think the gay scene has changed a lot?
I think it's... See, when we started, there was no one doing drag at all
Right.
in the West End. It had its heyday in the late 80s, I think
Yeah.
was really the... And then you had the drug culture come in. And I think the drug culture has improved a lot of the things in the gay scene, but it's also ruined a lot of things.
Yes, I totally agree there.
Totally ruined it, because people are so off their heads and into their own space and doing whatever. There's none of the communication, there's none of the chatting. I remember the days going with Lily and Sandra and Dave Dale to the Black Cap or the Father Red Cap.
In Camberwell.
In Camberwell.
Yes, I used to love that place.
And places like that, and it being a real community. Everyone used to love going out, and you know, a bit of heckling, a bit of laughter, they'd appreciate what you're doing. But when the drug culture came in, no one's going out.
Yes.
They're all waiting until midnight, and then they hit the dance floors. So you lost a whole generation.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why drag died a death, because there was a real difficult time for drag queens.
Oh, yes.
You know, for about 10, 15 years. That's from the late 80s through the 90s. It just went down and down and down, and everyone said drag was dying because we were losing all of the old professionals.
And yes.
There were none there who were there to say, you know, well, you should try doing your wig like this, or I'll run you up a... You know what Sandra Hush used to be like, God
do it
bless
this
her.
way, do this, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
you know, try this or do that. There were none of those drag queens left. So when I started doing the drag, I had my own venue, which was a plus point.
Right.
But I used to start helping and teaching other wannabe drag queens. Now, I'm not worried about mentioning names. People like Crystal DeCanter, Kelly Mild, there's quite a few others.
Right.
You show them what they can do, what they're capable of. I flicked up Crystal's hair. I did the first wig she wore. She's not changed her style since. You know, it's
But
basically the same.
Yeah.
Her makeup is not changed at all. No. And that's okay,
Right.
but Crystal's never going to get anywhere.
If you don't, yeah, I understand. I totally understand. I know what you mean.
You know, because where's her input in what she's doing?
Yes.
You can't sit back and go, I've been taught this is what I'm going to do, and I'll use Al's backing tracks, and end of story.
You've got to make it your own. Yeah. Make your own identity.
And now she's happily ensconced in Halfway to Heaven and Two Brewers. She can't work on her own. She's got to have the double act. Kelly Marge used to be in here shaking,
With nerves.
just rehearsing. They used to rehearse on my stage downstairs, and I got her into doing Drag Idol. And she would shake.
Bloody hell.
And I'd say, no, you want to stand like this? No, stand like this. Do it. Turn this way, do that. Blah. And I did a whole 10-minute routine, and she went down to halfway, won her heat there,
Yeah.
and then she went on to win it.
Yeah.
I got dropped like a dead red hot balloon.
That's
Dropped.
nice.
And then she was pissed out of her head. About a year later, she came up to 79 CXR with her mum, and she says, what are you nicking all our backing tracks for? I don't need that sort of behaviour or someone. I gave Crystal all my backing track. I'm sorry, I'm ranting on and on there. But I'm sick of having to tell people I was here first.
Yeah.
I was here, not first, but I was here on the beginning of the resurgence of drag in the West End.
Yeah, you were.
No one else was doing it. They all laughed at me, they all said no, it's going to flop. Blah. Molly's now takes more than any pub per square foot down this stretch.
Bloody hell.
Down, Compton's included, takes more per square foot.
But that's down to you, really, isn't it, as well? I mean, you're hard put after 12 years here. That must
But
be
you know,
kind of
I get
something.
a bit sick of having to give so much to people.
But you know what this scene is like. Sometimes you just always give, but they don't always, they don't appreciate
so
it.
now,
sometimes.
so now I'm a bit limited in what I
No,
give.
but I think you've done really well here after, recovering from your illness and still performing after 12 years. I mean, you must be happy.
Shit.
You must be happy.
I love it. I love it.
You
yeah.
know.
And it's wonderful having your own venue. As small as Molly's is,
Yeah.
it wouldn't work anywhere else.
That's
in a
true.
bigger venue, whatever. Because I love that intimacy that you get with people. If it's a bigger venue,
Yeah,
I
you
don't think
lose
it would
that.
work.
I mean, if there's one thing that you would like to do while you're still on this earth, what's the one thing you would love to do? Being a performer, what's the one ultimate thing you would like to do?
I have no burning ambitions. None. So long as I can keep Molly's going. I'm not the creme de la creme. I'm good at what I do.
Right.
I'm not the creme de la creme. And since the stroke, I'm not quick. I'm not funny as I used to be. Although people will say, yes you are. I don't feel confident. So I'm not... Before I used to go to auditions and, do telly and... I've done so much work, like you, Sandra.
I've seen you at the audition, yeah.
Yeah. And I've lost that now. I'm happy
Just being in one
to
place.
be on stage at Molly's and make it the best I can make it. I don't have any burning ambitions for TV, world, global, fame. Blah, blah. I want Molly's to be known for being the best of cabaret in Molly's.
Well, that's good.
That's all I want. I don't want anything bigger. I know my limitations. I know how far I can go. Fine.
Oh, well, on that note, Miss Dame Julie Payne, it's a pleasure to see you again.
Oh, it's fucking horrible seeing you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, darling.
We'll see you soon. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Aw.